Imagine a battle which took place on the 3rd year of Hijrah between the Muslims and the idol worshippers. The idol worshippers were 3 or 4 times the size of the Muslim army. And 1/3 of the Muslim army defected, led by the head of the hypocrites. And they left the Prophet ﷺ on his own. In this battle, 70 of the Prophet's ﷺ companions were martyred. And the Prophet ﷺ was injured and was bleeding. So one would suspect that this was the most horrific day the Prophet ﷺ had ever witnessed. This is what Mother Aisha asked the Prophet ﷺ. Was there any day harder on you than the day of Uhud? The Prophet said ﷺ, yes. I encountered a day where I suffered a lot when at the end of my period in Mecca, your people had harassed me to the extent I had to flee Mecca and walk all the way to Taif, which is approximately an hour drive on top of a mountain. It's a resort for the people of Mecca and the people of Jeddah like us. In summer we go there because the weather is finer and colder. So the Prophet walked all the way ﷺ, and he displayed himself to Ibn Abdi Alil, Ibn Abdi Kulal, and they were the dignitaries of Taif, of Thaqif. He displayed himself in the sense that he made his pitch. This is who I am the messenger of Allah, listen to the Quran, listen to my presentation. And when they did not accept him, not only that, they accused him of lying. Not only that, they ordered their slaves and young boys to stone the Prophet ﷺ with pebbles that made his feet bleed. He said, I went down the mountain and I was absent-minded. I could not recollect anything. I was so depressed and sad because of the way they had treated me. I came back to my conscience and I was awakened at Qarn al-Tha'alib. Imagine walking down for 3-4 hours, not remembering anything, totally blinded because of this grief. And Jibreel came to me and said to me, O Muhammad, this is the angel of the mountains, first time to descend by the instruction of Allah. And the angel of the mountains said to him, O Muhammad, Allah Azza wa Jal had heard what your people said to you and had done to you. And I am the angel of the mountains, so I'm at your command. If you wish, I could collapse the 2 big mountains on their heads and annihilate them all. The Prophet ﷺ, in this crucial moment, in the midst of this depression and grief and sorrow over how they treated him, said, no, do not do that. I am hopeful and wishful that Allah Azza wa Jal would extract from their offspring children and men who would testify that there is no God worthy of being worshipped other than him. Look at this optimism. Look at this positivity even in the darkest moments of his life, alayhi salatu wassalam. His grief would not make him do irrational decisions or take irrational decisions. He always thought of the welfare and the goodness of his people. He wanted goodness for all of humanity.